Hi guys, it's nearly midnight. We just saw a midnight screening. Well, not midnight screening, but like a late night screening of
Cocaine Bear. Cocaine.
Why did you talk me into watching this movie?
Because I knew exactly what type of movie this was going to be.
A bad one?
Yes. And you love bad movies.
I do love bad movies.
You know what my favorite thing about this movie is?
What? Tell me.
Is that compared to most of the movies that have come out, this is a good movie.
It's a bad movie, though.
No, but it's a good movie compared to half the shit that has come out recently.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, Cocaine Bear is one of those movies that knows that it's a meme. Cocaine Bear is like this generation's Snakes in a Plane.
Yeah.
It knows that it's a meme. It knows that it's like a shitty movie, and it's just it's like it's just playing into it.
Yep.
Okay, I didn't know that it was based on a true story.
Yeah, man.
There was actually a
How did you? That's like the main reason I wanted to watch this. Because I remember Cocaine Bear. Yeah.
Is there actually a real cocaine?
Okay, yeah,
or was a real cocaine bear?
It wasn't that crazy though. It was just
no shit.
There was.
Holy fuck!
I don't even remember the entire story. I'm sure when someone's watching this, they'll be like, "Oh yeah, I remember that." I'll give you all the details in the comments. But I, for one, don't remember shit.
No.
All I remember is that there was somehow cocaine left in the forest from a drug deal gone wrong.
Well, the guy was like throwing the cocaine out the plane
I
for some
have
reason.
no idea how true that is. I have no idea. And then a bear got into cocaine, and I don't remember. I think it attacked some hikers, but it wasn't like this.
Oh, this was fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, it wasn't like I think it attacked. It attacked. I think those two hikers were like the original story, but I don't think it killed them. Just attacked them.
If you want to see like an asylum movie in the theater, for your bad movie night, for your bad movie club in high school or whatever the fuck. This is a movie you can go see.
Yes.
Holy shit.
This is an asylum movie, not from Asylum.
Yeah. Maybe it was from Asylum, who knows. But, okay, so I guess we'll get into it. The story, actually, we have to get into it quick because the car's off and it's cold. It's cold out. And
you know,
the car,
it's not even that cold for Canada, but the wind just eats into your bones.
Yeah. And actually, the wind, we can feel the wind hitting the car, so we gotta do this relatively quick before Naomi freezes. I'm good. Naomi will freeze. Are you already cold?
I mean, a little. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
I'll just.
Yeah, you just huddle up. That's what you're gonna do.
I'm just gonna be like this.
Okay, so it starts in 1985, and there's a plane flying over a forest in Tennessee, and for some reason I didn't pick up the reason, but for some reason it starts dumping coke.
Yeah, the guy just starts
duffel bags of coke.
Yeah, but like fancily throws coke out of the plane.
He's dancing. He's like, yeah, throwing coke out of the plane.
I think he had too much coke.
Maybe.
And decided to throw the coke out of the plane.
So he throws the coke out of the plane, lands in the national park.
Yeah.
Where the bear gets into it, and then hilarity ensues.
End of review.
There's like 3 separate storylines going on in the movie. The first one is that there's like 2 kids. And this feels kind of like Stranger Things almost.
A little.
Yeah. You get like 2 of these kids, because it's in 1985. So you get 2 of these kids who are skipping school to like fuck around, and clearly the little boy has a crush on the little girl. He's trying to appear cool by saying, I've done cocaine before, which is so stupid.
I don't know if it was like crush vibes, like, because I mean, you know, listen, you also just try to, not you, just the general you, try to appear cool to your friends when you're a kid. By lying.
Yeah, but no, that seemed like you wanted to impress her in like the stupidest fucking dumb little kid way possible.
Maybe,
I've done cocaine with that one guy after church. And it's like, yeah, okay.
Fuck.
His name was Fuck.
His name was Fuck, and I was just like, all right. That's a fake name. That's a fake ass name.
So, these 2 kids get lost in the woods with the cocaine bear. They get attacked by the bear. I'm just describing the storylines.
Okay.
And then the mother, the kind of absentee mother.
No, night shift.
Can I just
night shift nurse mom.
Yeah, she's kind of absentee.
Yeah, because she's night shift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me get to it, jeez. Kind of absentee mother because she's working nights. She, you know it. You know. Oh, sorry. You moved your head right into my point. Sorry. Basically, the mother goes to try to find her daughter, and also notice that the kid's gone. Like the little boy was saved kind of like accidentally, but That's the first storyline. There's these two skipping school kids in the park,
Yep.
and the mom goes to find them.
Yep.
The second storyline is that there is a park ranger who is kind of old and unattractive and wants to get laid by this park safety inspector or something who shows up.
He was some sort of wildlife inspector.
Wildlife inspector.
Yeah.
And she wants to get laid by this guy. And she's talking about how there's like a gang of teens in the park who are stabbing people and stealing stuff.
Just randomly stabbing people. Just 'cause they were the poke gang.
The poke gang.
Yeah. Something like that.
You're the pokers. And so that story's happening. And the third story is that the mobster, played by Ray Liotta. Ray Liotta's like a famous actor. This is his last role because he died. What a way to go out, dude.
Worth it.
So a mobster who of course Ray Liotta plays a fucking mobster. That's all he's played for his entire career. But Ray Liotta is the cocaine hustler.
Yeah.
Who needs the coke back.
Yeah.
So he sends one of his underlings to go with his son to the park to get the cocaine back.
Yes. Side note, his son is sad and left the family because of dead girlfriend.
Yep.
Continue.
Also, his son played Han Solo in Solo: A Star Wars Story.
Is that where I recognize him from?
No, you don't, because what you recognize him from is Brave New World. He was Jack the Savage, yeah.
Alright. Okay, continue.
Or was it John the Savage?
I don't fucking remember.
It was
Jay the Savage.
the Savage, and in Brave New World. He was the Savage in Brave New World. That was a pretty good show, by the way. Brave New World. It went under everyone's radar, but good show.
Huh.
Anyway, the actual cold opening of the movie doesn't even involve any of these three stories. It involves this is it's structured like a horror movie, but it's clearly comedic.
Yeah, it's
a horror comedy.
Yeah, no, you didn't believe me when I told you it was a horror comedy. I knew exactly what I was getting into, guys. This isn't like last time where I was just like, I really like this movie, and it's not anything like what Dev thinks. It's no, I knew what I was getting into with this movie, and I fucking loved it. It was great.
Last time, what did we watch last time?
When
Crawdads, right?
Crawdads sing.
We haven't done one of these in 6 months or 7 months. Holy shit! We gotta watch more movies. I enjoy this.
It's expensive.
We just want to get popcorn every time. Guys, that's $40 for popcorn nowadays.
Dude, yeah, no, it's
holy fuck. That's Canadian, but still.
The tickets were $25 for the both of us?
That's not bad.
Yeah. And then the popcorn was $40. Yeah. A combo for 2 bags of popcorn and 2 drinks.
How do we just not get popcorn anymore when you come here?
I told you that we should eat before we left.
You didn't say that this time.
Yes, I did, actually.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
Oh, no, you didn't.
I did.
No.
And you were just no, we can just get popcorn. I was like, are you sure?
Okay, fine. You know what?
You were just like, yes.
Next time, that's what we'll do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anyway. The cold open, because most horror movies, when there's a killer in the wilderness, starts with an unrelated group
getting murdered
by the murderer, just to introduce the murder, and then we get to the main characters.
Yep.
That's what happens here.
Yep.
There are these backpackers from Europe.
Yep.
They're taking pictures of the bear, and the bear is being retarded, thumping its head against the fucking tree.
Dude,
and stuff.
It's just going against a tree. I couldn't tell if it was hitting its head or humping it.
The guy who played the European man.
Yeah.
That was the same guy that played the fucking main wildling in Game of Thrones.
Cool.
The big that
orange was beard? Him.
Yeah.
I was I immediately said redheads represent when I saw it because it's been a while since I've seen a redhead in a movie.
Yeah. They're all being replaced by black people.
Yep.
So there's the European couple. They're backpacking through the woods. They're talking about getting married and having kids and
and then he spots the bear. He's like, oh, look, a bear.
Bears are great. That's no fucking clue.
And then he zooms in on the bear with this awesome camera zoom in.
Mm-hmm. 85 camera.
Yeah. And it was just the bear's acting weird. And then she's just give me the camera. Bears aren't weird. And then she was like, the bear's cute. There's nothing weird. And the bear disappears. And then appears before them and attacks them.
Of course it does.
And then the lady ends up dying. That's who got killed. I thought the guy was going to get killed, but it was the girl. Girl got killed. Guy was sad and ran away.
Ran off into the forest and then just stayed there for the rest of the movie.
Yep.
Because he appears right at the very end.
Yep.
That wind, dude.
Yeah,
it's blowing. Holy shit. Okay, so anyway, then the actual the 3 plot lines start up. No, there's a 4th plot line.
Yeah,
the police
I was
officer.
Like, I think
the police officer.
Yeah, I was just like, I think there's more than 3 plot lines, but go ahead, Dev.
So there was like a police officer out of Georgia who decides to drive to Tennessee
because he knew about the main drug dealer and got a tip because the 2 lackeys were talking about their plans openly in a bar.
Yeah. Fuck, it's so stupid. Like, so basically, like I could describe to you all the beats of this movie, and it would sound like a regular horror movie.
Yeah.
But it's done like so ridiculously, so tongue in cheek.
It's done like Scary Movie bad.
Yeah.
Bad. Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck. So, all these happenings go on to get all these contrived reasons to get everyone to the park.
Get everyone to the park. Yep.
Yep. And then they're all looking around for either the cocaine or the bear or the kids or whatever.
No, yeah, okay, so the mom meets because the 2 kids ran off to the park to go paint a waterfall, right? Mm-hmm. So the mom figures, you already said this, but the mom figures out that they're skipping school to go paint the waterfall and goes after them. Can't find them because she doesn't know her way around the park, so gets the park ranger and the wildlife inspector to, like, help her find the kids. Mm-hmm. Okay? That's them going, like, the kids are just off in the bush, wherever. So then, mom, park ranger, wildlife inspector, go to find the kids because they know the way to the secret falls.
Yeah. One of the more ridiculous bits was that the little girl got grabbed by the bear at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, she should have died.
And then nothing happened to her.
Yeah.
She was fine.
Well, her leg got fucked up. But
yeah, got like a scratch on it, but like she was just hanging out in the bear cave.
Yeah,
and she got rescued. And it's like, oh, okay.
No, like that was a bad plot line. Also, spoilers for the end of this movie.
Don't worry.
No, okay, and then we meet the Poke Gang, and the 2 lackey drug dealers show up.
Oh yeah, the Poke Gang, and then starts a fight with the drug dealers.
He just starts a fight with the fucking giant black dude, and then black dude takes about like 15 seconds because he's a veteran drug dealer and I'm gangsta. And then almost has a heart attack. And then I couldn't tell. I thought at first that he's a big guy, guys. Mm-hmm. And I thought at first he was having a heart attack. I thought that was the direction this movie was going in. He was just gonna have a heart attack and die after beating up all these guys, but he doesn't. He got stabbed in the shoulder.
I've like seen it.
I feel like I've seen all of these actors from something, and I don't remember where any of them were from.
He was the rebel leader from Kenobi, the black guy that was in there for like 2 seconds.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think you're wrong. Maybe I'm wrong.
He was like in that red cave, like where Reva gets killed in Kenobi.
I don't think I saw Reva get killed.
Episode 5, Vader like she fights Vader and then gets fucking destroyed.
Did I see episode 5?
I don't fucking know if you can watch the whole thing with me. It doesn't matter. Anyway, so this guy, he gets stabbed in the back in the fight with
only in the shoulder. He's fine. It just ruins his jersey.
He gets mad about losing the jersey. It's kind of
funny.
And then this guy. And then John the Savage.
His name is Eddie.
Is his name Eddie in this movie?
His name is Eddie.
He even wears the same clothes that he wore in the John the Savage role.
So he just wore denim?
Yeah.
Denim. Denim for life. Maybe that was actually a reference to his previous role.
Maybe.
Anyway,
probably not.
Anyway, denim.
So they get one of the Poke Gang, they interrogate him, and they're like, listen, you need to fucking find out.
Yeah, because
where's the fucking cocaine?
Because the guy found some of the coke on one of the guys and then like beat him up a little bit more to wake him up because that's all how it always goes in movies.
Yeah.
And then those 3 went to go and find the rest of the coke,
which was hidden in a gazebo in the park somewhere.
Yes, and then so then the bear attacks.
The first big bear attack after the intro. Yeah.
After the intro. Well, no, technically. The second big bear, that was a bear sighting with the kids.
Oh yeah,
because the bear chased the kids. We didn't see the end of that. So here we go. Mom, park ranger, and wildlife inspector find the little boy Henry, who's just the audience, by the way.
Yeah, he's just the audience insert.
Yeah.
But he's hanging out in a tree.
Like a very tall tree, and I assumed that the bear had like broken all the rest of the branches to get to him.
Maybe.
But I don't know how he climbed that tree, because there was literally no way to climb that tree other than shimmying up it, but it was a really tall tree, guys.
Yeah. And the mother's like, oh my god, where's my daughter? And he's just like...
He's freaking out about the bear.
The bear took her, dude.
The bear's fucked up, man!
and then of course the park ranger and the wildlife inspector, they're both like completely disbelieving, like, no, bears are cool, man. They don't ever do anything to anyone. They're part of nature, man.
And then here comes the bear.
And then the bear shows up to fuck with them.
Yeah, the bear shows up and then attacks the park ranger.
Yeah.
Yeah, who then attempts to shoot.
She gets like an actual bite out of her ass.
No, it wasn't a bite.
Her ass is showing. There's like a big like hole.
Like she, like the bear dragged her away, and then there was but for whatever reason left her alone. That attack was honestly super confusing.
Yeah.
With like how often the bear kept leaving them alive.
Well, he was looking for the cocaine.
Yeah,
You smell. Oh yeah, the bear's a she.
Bear's a she.
She smelled cocaine on one of them, and it turned out to be the inspector.
Yes. Okay. So she had like it was good. Like 3 big bear claw marks just right down her butt.
Oh.
But you could see like skin. But anyway, she was the only one with a gun, by the way, out of this group that is now being attacked by the bear. After almost shooting the wildlife inspector.
She was like shooting wildly.
Yeah, after almost shooting the wildlife inspector, who had also fallen into a giant pile of coke.
Yep.
She goes back to the ranger station
to get help. Yep.
So then it's just the three of them left: the mom, Henry, audience insert, and the wildlife inspector. Wildlife inspector
goes up
climbs up a tree.
Yeah.
And the mom is just like, "What should I do?"
And she doesn't do anything.
And then the bear doesn't notice the mom. It's that movie trope where they're on 2 sides of the same tree.
Yeah. And
then the bear starts climbing up towards the kid, is about to eat the kid because the kid fails to climb higher into the tree, even though he should have jumped.
But then the bear notices that there's cocaine on the other guy.
On the other guy!
So he goes down and then back up.
No, listen. She fucking just flew down the tree. 1 bound, 2 bound, 3 bounds up the other tree, and just fucking rips this guy apart.
So this guy's ankles get caught in the branch.
Yep.
So he's hanging over the branch.
Yep.
And he's being like...
Eaten alive!
He's being eaten alive. Like, just grotesquely, ridiculously mauled.
Oh, it was so
just
gross.
Just like blood and guts just pouring down this fucking...
Yep.
He's like, oh! And Henry and the mom are just watching like, oh my god! And this guy's like, oh, fuck!
Like, oh, that's super fucked up. And like, they both like escape from the bear.
Yep.
Because the bear is now distracted by eating this cocaine-filled guy.
And then
covered guy.
If you didn't get that it was a comedy yet, and maybe you thought it was like an earnest horror movie, it was just really like done goofily, like done poorly.
Yeah.
If you didn't get this was intentional, after they leave, the body like comedically just falls and goes.
And then the leg falls too.
On top of him. And then the bear falls.
And then the bear comes down and then just like licks up the guy's fucking leg.
No, doesn't lick. Nope.
Yeah.
No. He sniffed it.
Oh, he sniffed it. She sniffed it. That's right.
So there was cocaine, and the bear goes. He just snorts the bear snorts the cocaine off this guy's corpse. Oh.
I think she licked it and snorted it. I think that's what I'm thinking of. No, she like licked it up one leg and then
it looked like the bear was doing a line.
Yeah, it did, but no, she like licked it off of his arm and then went over to his leg, which was somehow even more covered in cocaine, and then did a line off of his leg.
Oh. I was like, alright, this is what this is.
Okay. Oh, so then after that is my favorite scene. It's the ambulance scene.
Yep.
Okay,
the ambulance. Hold on.
No.
Okay, you do it. Go ahead.
The park ranger gets back to the station.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of the poke gang is there, all beat up.
At the station, yeah.
And then the bear shows up to the station, guys.
Well, the park ranger they call the ambulance. The park ranger's getting more ammo.
Yeah. She realizes that the mysterious poke gang is the stupid idiots in her ranger station.
And she's like, "What the fuck? You guys are the poke gang?"
Yeah.
And so one of the she's aiming her gun at the door.
Okay. They heard something outside.
Yeah. But she knows it's the bear.
She knows it's the bear. The poke gang thinks it's the big black guy come back to beat him up.
Yeah.
And so she's like, okay, you open the door and I tell you I'm gonna shoot whoever's out there. And so the guy opens the door.
One of the poke gang opens the door.
Yeah. And then the bear is just sitting there with a goofy ass fucking grin on his face. It's so funny. And then the poke gang, instead of getting out of the way of the lady, like, pokes his head kind of out. She's like, that's a fucking bear. And she just fucking shoots him in the head, guys. She just shoots him in the head.
He pokes his head around. He pokes his head around and notices that it's a bear and not the black guy. And then the park ranger just fires and accidentally blows the guy's head apart.
Doesn't even hit the bear, and then the bear runs away from the gun. And then they close the door, and the bear goes on the roof.
Yeah. And then it does like the horror movie thing where like the bear is like stalking them, and he's on the roof, and they're all being quiet. Like, the bear's up there. And then like one of the other poke gang members gets like clawed through a window.
No, it's the very end scene of that scene.
Well, that scene doesn't really go anywhere. Just
no, it doesn't. But then it leads to the police officer finally showing up to the park. He's the last one to show up to the park, guys.
The police officer, having driven from Georgia to Tennessee, he gets to there. He's thrown away his big gulp. He looks at like
he's being responsible and not throwing shit on the ground. This guy's a wholesome dude, by the way. This guy's a wholesome dude. Well, anyway, so he finally gets there. Like there's like. And in the background, because the camera angle, you can see, like, the windows from the cabin. There's, like, a bloody hand on the wall and just slides out. He doesn't fucking notice shit. Notice the ranger station has a closed sign on it.
He's like, oh, that's strange.
Oh, it's closed. Okay, off to go where I think things might be.
Then he just leaves.
He leaves.
Yeah, he just lets that shit. So,
because he doesn't notice.
Yes. Then
the ambulance shows up.
And the ambulance is your favorite scene, yes. So the ambulance shows up, and in retrospect, I think the ambulance was driven by two, like, internet celebrities. And I think they were TikTokers.
I have no idea. I don't know who any TikTokers are, because I don't have Chinese spyware on my phone. That I know of.
Or they could have been YouTubers, TikTokers, something. But they're, like, internet people for sure. And I guess this is like their big breakout role is to be two ambulance drivers and fucking Cocaine Bear.
Fucking great though. Okay, so listen, they show up to the cabin, it's all quiet and peaceful.
At the ranger station, yeah?
Yeah, at the ranger station. So they're trying to get into the ranger station, and they can't because the blown head off guy is blocking the door with his very dead body. Mm-hmm. So they finally bust it open, and they're just like, oh god, he's dead. And it's that horror movie scene of, oh god, there's this murder scene, and the ranger is somehow still alive, by the way. Yeah. She's like half breathing and like barely able to
She's
move.
All like gored up, yeah.
Yeah. Like, not in a gross way, just that she's obviously, like, near-death way. Yeah. And so one of the paramedics, the lady paramedic, goes up to her, and she's like, oh, what's wrong? Like, what are you... And the ranger can only say, buh.
Yeah, the ranger can't talk.
The ranger can't talk.
Buh.
So the male paramedic is like investigating around, and he just slowly starts walking towards this big white door at the back of the ranger station. Which is just a small cabin, by the way. It's only one room. And
so hold on. So and the way they edited this scene is that you know what happened, and it's stupid as fuck. So the paramedic opens the door, and then like a broom falls with a bucket that falls, which is like balancing, and then like the guys.
No.
One of the poke gang's head rolls out of the bucket.
Yeah.
And then I was just like, I look over at you, and I'm like, did the bear set a trap?
I said yes.
It looked like the bear set a trap to make this head fall, and then like the paramedic's like, what the? And he looks over, and the bear like kind of slowly comes out of the shadow, like waiting for the trap.
Out of the shadow is just like sniffing, going like. and the male paramedic just closes the door, just so slowly, and then as he's doing this, the lady paramedic has her stethoscope on, is trying to listen to the ranger's heartbeat, and the ranger, having enough of this shit, not being able to say anything but like grabs the stethoscope, like round part, holds it up to her mouth, and she goes, bear. And the lady paramedic stands up and goes, bear! And then the guy's just like, huh? And then the bear slams the fucking door down onto the guy. And the lady paramedic's just like, oh, fuck! And she grabs the ranger instead of going to help her bud. And then grabs the ranger and like runs to the ambulance and like straps her down so that she can't move, because it's the back of an ambulance, right? And then they're like, she's just like, I'm getting the fuck out of here. The ranger's just like, leave him. And he's struggling floor, door on top of him, bear on
You're shaking
top
the
of
fucking
the
car.
door.
You're tilting the camera. Jesus.
Top of the door.
Stop. God damn it, Naomi. Fuck.
So
No, and then, but like, his head, of course, is just perfectly poked out, so that's like the only thing you can see.
yeah.
And I was just like, just hide under the door.
Well, what ends up happening is he throws his medical bag that has drugs in it, obviously.
Well, he hits the bear in the head with it, and then
The bear
like,
goes
tosses
for it. Yeah,
it.
the bear goes for it. So he gets out.
He runs, and he's like, go, and she's like, the lady paramedic just like guns, and he's like, wait.
Let me get in first. Let me get in.
And then there's a chase scene.
There's a chase scene. Okay.
The bear.
So the ambulance is trying to escape from the park.
Back door's wide open, by the way.
And the male paramedic's like hanging on for fucking dear life in the back.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the park ranger is strapped to this fucking this table.
Gurney.
She pulls her gun out.
She pulls her gun
and
out,
she
she's
starts like
move. And he's like, why are you pointing a gun at me? She's like, move out of the fucking way.
And because he looks back and the bear's like the bear's keeping up. And the bear's keeping up, and she's trying to like line up shots with this fucking guy hanging out the back of the fucking.
She didn't hit the bear once,
No.
and he's just like, you can't hit a fucking bear. And she's like, well, that's because everything keeps moving. And he yells at the lady paramedic, fucking drive straight, whatever your name is. And she's just like, I'm trying. There's a lot of trees. Something like that. It was so funny. So then finally they get on a straightaway after like dodging trees and taking sharp turns and trying to shoot the bear. And then the lady paramedic says the one smart thing that's been said in this movie is close the back doors. Does the guy paramedic do that? No. And we just watch the bear like keep up because it's a straightaway and then leap. And we see the guy not even hand to close the door on the door go, oh, and it looks like the bear's not gonna make it, but the bear makes it.
The bear leaps into the back of the ambulance.
And the ranger falls out, and she gets fucking rode. Oh god, guys, she like still strapped to the gurney, face down on the road, ambulance going 100 miles an hour without her.
She just road rashes and
she just fucking died.
Yeah, her head just disintegrates.
Oh god,
into the
it was
fucking
so
road.
bad.
Was
And then
brutal.
so the bear is
so
just
ridiculous.
attacking the male paramedic just in the back. His wrist
Gets like broken off.
Broken and then the lady paramedic crashes into a tree. She dies.
She flies out through the front windshield and is
Best
dead.
death, like the least gruesome death.
Yeah.
And the best way to die in this movie. Instead of being eaten alive, she died by car crash.
Yeah. And that was like the standout scene of the.
It was so good. It was so good.
So,
rest of the movie, you just gotta make it to that scene.
and then you can walk out of the fucking movie.
Yeah, then you're good.
So after that point, the police officer
Somehow gets to the gazebo where the rest of the drugs are first.
he gets there first.
Yeah.
He climbs up to the top of it. He's like, oh, is there a duffel bag up here?
No.
You just fucking spoke for 20 goddamn minutes. I'm telling it my way. He climbs up to the top of the gazebo. He's like, oh, the drugs are here. And then, like, shortly after, the drug dealers arrive.
With the Poke Gang kid.
With the last remaining living member of the Poke Gang kid. And they're just like, well, where is it, man? Like, we don't see it here. What the fuck? And then, like, one of the drug dealers, the black guy gets really angry and is like, what the fuck, man? You said it was here. And then, like...
brings out his gun.
But then the police officer is on top of the gazebo with all the cocaine.
Yeah.
And he's like, put your gun down. And there's like a standoff. The black guy gets two of his fingers shut off in the standoff.
Which two fingers was it?
It was his middle finger and his pinky, I think.
It was these two fingers. Somehow he lost these two. They weren't even beside each other, man. Was one of the lines.
It's a fucking stoner. This is a stoner comedy for sure.
Great.
Holy fuck.
Anyway, so he fully finishes ruining his jersey, by the way, because he has to wrap
it. Yeah.
Okay, so they're still at a standoff. The Poke Gang and Eddie, the other drug lackey, are lying face down in the dirt, being like, "Cop, don't shoot us, please."
Yeah.
The black guy's just like, "I'm gonna fucking figure out."
And then
the bear shows up.
shows up. there's well, not much actually happens when the bear shows up. He shows up, and then he just falls asleep on top of one of the guys.
She.
This
is where we find out the bear is a she. If it wasn't super obvious from looking at the very CGI bear with very like nipples. It was nipples. There was like I was just like it's gonna be a lady bear, and it was a lady bear.
Yep.
Yeah. So. She just like the bear just like is walking along, not paying attention really, just like sniffing about, and then like goes past the two just lying on the ground because everyone's just like play dead, and then, like what? I thought she was gonna like try to hump him or something, and like she just like goes like right over top of it and just goes boof, and just falls asleep, and like the guy didn't die, he could breathe. He's just like what the fuck?
He just stuck underneath, yeah.
And so it was just the entire like 10-minute scene of them trying to figure out like,
how to get the bear to move. Well, what they end up deciding on is somehow some cocaine falls out of somebody's pocket, and and the bear's like, oh.
The bear wakes up.
Because
he's just like, cocaine!
And then like the police officer's like, oh, okay. So the police officer sprinkles some cocaine, and the bear starts dancing with the cocaine. The police officer was
the smartest person in this movie.
And then the police officer throws the cocaine, and the bear takes off.
Yeah. Everyone's still alive so
Everyone's
far.
still alive.
These four people.
And then the fucking Ray Liotta drug lord snipes the police officer from far away.
Hunting rifle.
Yeah. Just boom! And then so he goes down, and then he goes up.
He just magically showed up to the park, just for not really any reason. He just decided to show up.
He decided to show up.
Abandoned his grandchild
to
at
the TV.
Home, to the TV.
Yeah.
TV's the best parent, guys.
So he shows up, and he's like, where the fuck's the coke? And he's like, there's a bear, there's a cocaine bear. And then he's like, what the fuck? He's like, we have to get the coke. We have to get the coke. He's like, no, you don't understand. The bear has all the coke.
Yeah, and the Poke Kid runs off, by the way, at this point.
Yeah, he runs away.
Yeah, he runs away before Ray Liotta shows up to the two drug lackeys. That's
Did
why
he die at the end?
No.
He just got away?
He was with the sheep.
Oh, that's right. He was with the sheep. Yeah, okay.
We'll get to that.
We'll get to that. So, Ray Liotta has to be convinced that there is indeed a cocaine bear. So they go on the hunt for the cocaine bear.
No.
Yes, they do.
No, they do. But, like, he doesn't have to be convinced because the two are just like, we left the rest of the cocaine because they couldn't convince him that there was a cocaine bear. And so the two lackeys are just like, we left the cocaine with the cop at the gazebo. So all three...
There's also a subplot where, like, the cop's lieutenant betrayed him, but it didn't really mean anything.
No, yeah.
It didn't mean it.
We aren't at that point yet.
No, it happened here.
No, it didn't.
Yes, it did.
Yes, but not right at the part that I'm talking about.
Yes, it did. It did.
Let me talk.
Let me talk. No, let me talk.
I was actually just about to bring it up.
Okay, go for it. Go.
Okay, so they go to the gazebo, the three drug people, and then the cops just, and the Ray Liotta's just like, what'd you do with all the cocaine? The cop's like, I gave it to the bear.
Yeah.
Which was good, and that's how Ray Liotta got convinced that there was a cocaine bear. Then the cop's partner shows up more or less right after that with the gun, and Bob's just like, oh shit, yeah, my backup, you're the best. And then she betrays him because she's working with the druggies.
Yeah, but also there's like we skipped this part because it didn't really matter. He let, it was so stupid. He's like, I've had this dog for one day. Can you take care of him while I go on this trip to Tennessee? And she's like, okay.
Well, no, because he didn't want the dog, and then so he left it. He still wanted to take care of the dog, so he left it with her.
But what was interesting, though, is that he, on his deathbed, he was like, my dog.
Yeah,
I miss my dog so much.
His whole character arc. I didn't want this dog, because it was like some stupid, fancy, small dog that with a bow in its hair, and then I care about it enough to take care of it, and then I love this dog I've only had for a day, and then he fucking dies. Well, wholesome character. He's murdered by Ray Liotta.
Yeah. So they go off to try and find the
rest of the cocaine and the bear.
Yep.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the mother and Henry have picked up on a trail that the little girl has left behind by using paint.
Yeah, that was actually really smart.
She was like a painter kid, so she has like paint trails. Apparently while being dragged across the park by this bear, not being eaten.
No, she ran away from the bear.
Okay.
I feel like there was a bit of a
How did she end up in the fucking bear cave?
That's where she ran to.
Why?
Because she's an idiot. No, listen, I think there was actually like a sort of a script mix-up or something because like Henry had said that she got dragged away, but then later they had said that she was running away from the bear.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I don't know.
I feel like there was supposed to be some sort of story there that didn't really happen.
Yeah.
But whatever. Maybe they just didn't want to kill the kid. I don't know.
Probably not. But as they get like closer and closer to the bear's cave,
The trail they're following, the cookie crumbs of paint.
yeah, they find the hiker from the beginning.
Yeah, the guy hiker.
And this is
He's
like
just in the woods.
He's just in the woods. He's insane now. And
Well, he was only a little.
he was pretty insane.
Listen, he was supposed to be insane. He was still very sane.
Okay, no, this character, like the guy from the intro who comes back in the third act in a horror movie.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be the guy who has like. He's been driven insane by the events of the horror movie, and he's now out in the park, and he's like the guy with he lived through it now. He has the knowledge of what happened.
Listen,
and he's like I'll take you to the cave,
Yeah.
and it's like. Okay, I get the horror trope of now you are the crazy old man in the woods with the keeper of the knowledge of what happened, and you're now going to help the heroes.
Yep.
But why in this case?
Well, I think
only because it's a horror trope. That's why.
But I think that the joke was also just that he was also still very sane. Like, he was literally just crying about his dead girlfriend. Yeah. That was it.
Yeah, he was in the forest crying about his dead girlfriend. He's like,
fiance, sorry.
Well, here's how you know the trope is stupid, though, because he's like, you can't go. The bear will kill you. You can't go. And then it takes later. He's like, oh, I'll show you. I know where it is. And then he's like, why would you? Well,
10 seconds later.
because this is the trope. So he brings them to the cave. He's like, you can't go in. You can't go in.
Yeah.
He's like, well, why do you bring us there?
And there was a shot of the girl hiding in the cave so that we as the audience know, yes, this is the right cave.
Yep. Oh, and also, this is when we discover that inside the cave.
There are two baby bears.
There are two baby bear cubs.
Two baby cocaine bear cubs.
And they're just rolling in like mountains of cocaine.
Well, okay.
No, they were all white, dude. They were so white.
Listen, it wasn't a mountain of cocaine.
There was a lot of cocaine.
We're making the amount of cocaine sound like more.
No, there was a lot of cocaine.
Listen. We're making the amount of cocaine sound even higher than it was in the movie. It's just a duffel bag of cocaine that the bear cubs.
No, there was more.
Like it was a lot of cocaine.
I don't know if you noticed. There was more than duffel bag there. Well, no, seriously, because when Ray Liotta shows up, he notices that the walls of the cave are coated in cocaine. He's like, "This is the cave."
Okay.
You notice that?
No.
Yeah, man. He shines the light on the walls, and like the walls are like white, and he's like, "Oh, it's the cocaine cave."
I
didn't fucking see that.
Nope. All right.
No, man. So there was so much cocaine in that fucking cave, dude.
I kind of honestly, after the ambulance scene, the movie didn't go downhill, but it got more boring. Nothing could top that.
Yeah.
And I was just kind of done.
That was so ridiculous.
Yeah, I was just kind of done after that.
Dude, people started leaving the theater after that.
Well, okay, no, listen, a lot of people, left and came back and left and came back. There wasn't many people in the theater with us.
No, there wasn't.
But, there was, less than
Monday
10.
night, that's how it is.
Less than 10. But, there was a lot of movement, and I'm not sure, if any of them came, I know a few people came back. You know what?
I saw people leave and not come back.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It was a terrible movie. It was worth it, but it was terrible.
It was so fun.
Anyway, so the cave, the mom finds the daughter, finds the cocaine bears.
They reunite. But then the bear is at the entrance of the cave, and they're like, "Oh my god, we can't go out.
We can't go out there
So
because the bear was killing the hiker."
Yeah.
Outside the entrance of the cave.
Yeah. The hiker from the start of the movie, who's like, "I can't go in."
Yeah.
He was getting mauled.
So they go back to the back entrance, and they find.
They go deeper into the cave, and they come out.
And there's a back entrance.
Yes.
And they find the waterfall that the little girl had been wanting to paint. It's nighttime now, though, so no one's painting shit.
And you can't really see anything. And then now that they're like, oh, how do we get out of here? What do we do? We can't. There's a dead end. We're fucked. And then at the same time,
cut to the drug dealers.
Drug dealers are getting to the cave.
Yeah, we know that the hiker definitely died because the lady drug dealer tripped over him in a flashback.
Yeah,
that was dumb as fuck.
Yeah, they just had a flashback, like a 10-second flashback in the middle of the fucking scene. It's like, why? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was just his dead body though. My theory is because the entire bear, all the bears were CGI, right?
I think so. Yeah, they look very bad CG too.
Yeah. Anyway, I think they were running out of money at certain parts, so they were just 10-second flashback. Here you go. He's dead. It's fine. And the gore makeup was pretty good though. I think. Yeah.
His head was gone.
Yeah. Well, he didn't have a face. His head was still there. There was just no face.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that happened. So the drug dealers get to the cave. They kind of have a sort of a fight about going into the cave, and then they're all convinced to go into the cave. So they go in the cave. They find the cocaine. And then the lady cop, who is a betrayer, is just like, okay, you guys got the cocaine, I'm out. And then Ray Liotta almost shoots her, but then the black guy is reaching the end of his character arc.
He's like, I don't care about this shit anymore. Fuck you.
Yeah,
He's so done.
To backtrack ever so slightly, Eddie is Ray Liotta's son in this.
We already said that, yeah, but yeah.
Yeah, but he's very like, I don't want to be here anymore. And then I don't even remember the black guy's name. And then the black guy is just like,
you're fucking racist.
Shut the fuck up. And the black guy is just like, this is my job. I gotta do this, man. And so his character arc is, I don't want to fucking do this job anymore.
Yeah, he also wants to leave the business at the end of it.
He sort of saves the girl from being shot by like just standing in front of her as she like exits the cave.
Yep.
And then they go on into the back of the cave.
So then everyone's there.
Behind the waterfalls, on this little, not little ledge, but like little ledge.
So finally, all the characters are in one place, all the surviving characters. And like, okay, they discovered that there's like, hanging above on the cliff
is
more cocaine.
More cocaine.
And they're like, oh my god, there's more cocaine. And we have to get it down. So they try to get it down, and then like the drug dealer's son and the black guy are both just done with this shit.
Yeah, because Ray Liotta's threatening to kill the mom and the two kids.
For no fucking reason. They just happen to also be there.
You're here, you're witnessing our crimes, where I'm gonna fucking murder you if I don't get this cocaine.
Yeah. And then like Henry has this moment where he just like Henry's like he just yells at the drug dealer dad for being a terrible dad, for neglecting his son, for like shitting on his like leaving his grandson, like all of it. And then
he wouldn't know any of this, by the way.
And Ray Liotta is like, who the fuck are you?
That was just like audience insert. That's how we know it's an audience insert. Henry's a fucking stupid. Henry's stupid, but we love him.
So the two bear cubs show up and they start like poking.
No, the two bear cubs are already there.
Yeah, but they start poking at Ray Liotta, and they're like, listen, no, the mother and the two kids are like, we gotta get the fuck out of here. So they jump.
No, okay.
No. We have been here for 45 minutes. It is now getting pretty cold. I'm finishing the movie.
Fine.
They jump.
No, we know. But the bear shows up. Okay, because the two cubs are hung out with the two kids and the mom, just because they weren't dangerous. They were just baby bears. So then, once all the characters are finally together, the bear, of course, shows up. Above the cave and the waterfall and whatever
he's like looking down at them. Whatever. I don't care. The bear's looking down at them.
And the bear's looking down at them, so the mom and the kids are just like, fuck it, we're gonna jump. And they jump off the waterfall into the river. They're fine. It's all good. Yep. Ray Liotta is just like, I still gotta get this cocaine. And the two guys are just like, we're fucking done. And they also jump. However, but the two bear cubs are kind of like going after Ray Liotta because they're being... Like, they smell the coke and they want more coke.
Yep. The Ray Liotta shoots the black guy in the shoulder, but it ends up being fine.
Yeah, because he's shooting at the bear. He's the one who finally gets the bear down.
Yep.
But then...
Hold on. Yeah, so the bear comes down, Ray Liotta shoots him, the bear falls off onto a lower ledge, and then... And the cubs are like, oh.
The cubs are crying, and then Ray Liotta spills some cocaine, and it like falls down the cliff and then breaks on a rock into a powder, which the bear snorts out of the air.
You can see like the fucking coke goes, the cloud goes up into the bear's nose. Yeah,
and then the bear's just like, oh yeah.
So the bear goes back
up the cliff, spits a bullet out of her mouth, and then kills Ray Liotta.
Ray Liotta gets strangled by the strap of the cocaine.
Strangled by the strap of the duffel bag when the mama bear like slices his stomach open so that his intestines are falling out. They all fall down onto the little ledge again, and then the little bears start eating his intestines. And then the mama bear is just like, okay, no, I got the cocaine off him, throw him off the cliff, and we have this cocaine, and they all roar.
Yeah, they just roar on their pile of cocaine.
Yeah, and so black drug dealer was shot, and then the mom, who's a nurse, by the way, which I think we already said, I don't remember anymore. Helps out. So everyone who jumped off the ledge lived.
Yeah. So there's that horror movie scene after the crisis is over and everyone's like going home and they're all beat up and they're like, fuck.
And then Eddie gets the dog of the police officer to give to his son.
Yep.
Because now you don't have to be a drug dealer anymore.
Yep.
Yay! You have a dog.
The black drug dealer leaves the business.
Yep.
The kids and the mom go home. But they walk by the ambulance crash.
Yeah, they walk by the ambulance crash.
way
and the
home.
ranger just dead on the road under the gurney.
Yep.
And the cops finally show up because, that's how horror movie tropes go.
They show up right at the end.
Yeah, right at the end.
After it's all done.
And then credits roll.
Mm-hmm.
A short while into the credits, the drug dealers are back home with the son that was abandoned to the TV.
Mm-hmm.
And the dog was, I think, eating cocaine.
I think so, yeah.
That was the implication, that the dog was eating cocaine,
Mm-hmm.
and they didn't have a gun in which to kill the dog, who the kid was so happy to now have.
Yep.
Cut to credits again, then cut back to the one Poke member who survived. He
has cocaine now.
He found the cocaine. He was the only one to get cocaine.
He has a bag full of cocaine, and he gets picked up by traveling farmers.
A truck that has sheep in the back.
Because the farmers, yeah.
Yes, whatever. But the sheep are more important because he gets in, and then he's like, wait, stop. He gets out.
You told this whole fucking movie. I haven't had a single fucking...
And then takes the duffel bag out of the way of the sheep and, just gives a look, being like, this sheep can't have my cocaine. Gets back in the truck and, goes.
I like how these reviews, aren't even reviews. They're just Naomi tells the whole movie.
Yes.
That's what this fucking shit is at this point.
Yes. It's so good. You guys need to go watch it.
Well, they don't need to now. You just told them the whole fucking thing.
Yeah, but it's funnier when you watch it, because I'm terrible at explaining things.
Then why are you doing it?
Because I need to.
Okay, next time we do one of these, I am going to take charge and you're going to shut the fuck up.
Okay. I'll just hide in the shadows.
Oh, will you?
Bye.
But the movie was funny. It is definitely a stoner comedy.
You don't have to be high to watch it.
You don't have to be, but it's that type of comedy where it's over the top, ridiculous. It's grotesque. Mm-hmm. It's a spoof of horror movies.
Which was the most gruesome?
Oh, it has to be the park ranger skidding her face in the fucking pavement.
Yeah, that was gross. But we didn't even see the road rash though. That one was pretty bad.
No, you could see the road rash. You could see as she drags her face wear down and gets shorter.
Which was do you remember which one I kept saying oh god, and I actually couldn't watch? I think it was the intestine eating one.
Yeah,
I think that was the worst one for me.
Though.
Yeah, I couldn't watch the baby bears trying to eat Ray Liotta's intestines. I was just like, I don't.
But yeah, this is the kind of movie. It is a purposely bad movie.
Yep.
It is on par with a pretty good asylum film. Mm-hmm. Which are purposely bad films.
Yep.
There's definitely a market for this sort of thing. If you like
scary movie, you will like this, but it leans on the horror trope more than Scary Movie did.
Scary Movie was I don't know. You know what this lacked? This lacked the hot women getting killed, a lot of horror movies have, and a lot of horror movie spoofs have.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only overtly sexual character was the ugly park ranger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because she was trying to get with the wildlife inspector. Yep. And he was kind of into it too, but he was also trying to do his job.
Yep.
Yeah. And then he died.
R.I.P.
Yep.
But yeah, it was a really funny movie. If you like bad movies, you will like this.
Yes.
If you like, hold on, because there's bad movies like Birdemic, where it's just it's garbage. But then there's
if you like asylum films,
yeah,
if you like
produced
Paul,
bad movies,
yeah,
decently good bad movies,
yeah, Where's My Car, but with more gore.
Dude, Where's My Car?
Dude, Where's My Car?
That was kind of a good movie though.
Yeah.
It wasn't just
that was just kind of a good movie. It was funny.
God damn it, no.
It only got kind of lackluster after the ambulance scene, because it was the ambulance scene was in the middle end of the movie, and nothing could top that. It was so good. It was so good.
Yeah.
It was so good, guys.
It was really good. Yeah, it was the best part of the movie.
Was the best. It was worth paying $25 for a ticket just to see that.
Honestly, the stuff at the gazebo dragged on a little bit too long.
Yeah. This movie was good if you like bad movies, but the comedy was ever so slightly off that I was just this could be on best of the worst almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
It's worth seeing, though. It's worth.
you know
If
what,
you like bad movies, it's worth seeing.
Yeah, like if.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, though. You have to like bad movies.
Then again, here's the thing. If you're this far into the video, Naomi's already spoiled the entire fucking movie.
Yeah.
So there's no reason to see
You
it
don't
now.
need to fucking watch it for spoilers. You need
Yeah.
to go watch it for the stupidity.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't a movie that you watch for the plot.
No.
No one gives a fuck
You
about these
watch-
characters.
you-
No one gives a fuck about their names or their histories.
Yeah.
You're here for the laughs.
Yeah, see, I knew what I was getting into with this, as I said. Because I was just like, this is gonna be some stupid fucking thing, and I'm fucking ready. I am ready for this garbage. And it was good garbage. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, me too.
Yep.
We have to do more of these, because I enjoy going to the movies with you. I also enjoy doing
Nah,
videos
you
like
fucking
this.
just
Yeah.
said that you wouldn't want me here anymore.
I didn't say that. I said I'm taking charge next time. You
Yeah,
fuck.
but I drive.
I don't care.
So, but
listen.
whoever drives the car takes charge.
No, not on my channel. That's not how listen, okay, we're going to get out of here because there's frost forming on the car now. You can see it.
It's not frost, it's fog, because I had the AC turned
no,
off.
you can see it right there.
It's
Nope.
fog.
Nope, it's there. It's starting to come in.
Fine.
It's time.
Yeah.
It's time for us to go.
Yeah.
Also, it's late.
Yes, Dev, I knew this. I told you that we weren't getting home.
We started this recording nearly at midnight. Okay?
Yeah.
So it's time for us to go. Go see the movie. It's pretty good.
Yep. Go watch it. You don't have to watch it in theaters.
No,
but you should
no.
go watch
Honestly,
it.
like you should get together your stoner. If you're like in high school or you're in university, get together your stoner friends, pirate it off the internet and watch it.
Stop saying to pirate things off the internet. You know that's illegal.
I don't care. I'm not gonna get in trouble for it.
It's not my channel, idiot. God.
All right, we'll see you guys
So
later.
dumb.
Bye.